Are you a young, passionate leader looking to grow, connect, and create a real impact? Then JCI Ibadan is the place for you. Join a global network of young, active citizens where leadership meets opportunity and networking leads to action. Develop your skills, expand your influence, and drive positive change in your community. Be the change. Join JCI Ibadan today. Follow us on all social media platforms at JCI Ibadan. JCI Ibadan. Lead, connect, impact.
Welcome to the second session of the Chamberz. That is the video podcast of JCI Ibadan. And before we dive into what we have planned for you, I have a special guest and we are going to be interviewing her shortly. But before that, I want to give a special shout out to our brand sponsors, our sponsors in the program for the podcast. And first of all, Seb's Ob. Seb's Ob is a co-working space whereby you can come, just come do your work. And also they have this amazing hangout spots whereby you can buy whatever you want to eat, you can drink whatever at any time of the day. They are always open, not obviously, not at late at night though. And also, Gary Max, one of the best Gary you can ever drink. Look, Gary Max is for you. It's for everybody. Gary Max is for everybody by Cassava Vash. All right, and if you want to be part of us, you want to partner with us, all you have to do is just reach out to JCI Ibadan, and we are ready to partner with you. Now, let's dive into what we have for you. We have a special guest with us, the number one citizen of JCI Ibadan. She's on the hot seat, and she is going to be telling us a whole lot of things. On this episode, we have the one and only Madam President, we call her raising the bar. Yes. So I won't be doing this alone. I have my people with me, JCIN Ambassador Olansile, Olanrewaju. Yeah. Thank you. Chamber boys in the building. And also I have Toyosi Olawale. Yeah, okay, we'll be doing this interview together with the president, the chief servant of JCI Ibadan. Yeah.
Number one errand girl.
Yes. And number one director, directing us on the way to go. First question, why did you join JCI and why are you still in JCI?
Sorry, just leader, I think before we go into the question, because I believe by the time we start asking the question is going to be popping up.
Definitely.
So I think we should use this moment to give some credit to our president. She has been doing so well. She has been doing fantastically well. Yeah. So, Madam President, thank you so much. We love you.
We love you.
We have to say that.
Yeah.
We love you. And I think it's important that we mention this as well, because if we are doing the work and they are telling us that they are telling us that we are doing it, then we have to let ourselves know that yes, we are doing
definitely,
it.
Yeah.
In January, our president was the president of the month.
Elevated president. Yes, thank you.
So we raised the bar to elevate.
OD. And in February, Madam President produced a member that won the elevated member of the month.
Yes.
You don't know what's going to happen in
January, February, in the whole JCI Nigeria. She now only us. Madam President, the soap wey they use, I go like.
You have to share the soap.
There's no soap.
There's no soap.
Yeah,
it's the grace of God.
And you guys really.
Don't stop it.
So thank you so much, Madam President. So you can go to the question.
All right. So why did you join JCI? Why are you still in JCI?
Okay, thank you very much. Why did I join JCI? I actually did not really join because I wanted to. I wasn't forced to, but the day I joined, or when I joined, okay, let me tell you what led to me joining. I was doing my master's in UI then. I was rounding up. So I just went to the department one day and I ran into JCI Senator Wale Bakari. I was like, you're here, what are you doing? I was like, I'm doing my master's. And I said, okay. And I think it was on a Wednesday. And he said, join us at JCI Ibadan meeting on Sunday. And I was like, if you knew me before then, my husband used to describe me as get inside. Yes, even when I was in school, I'll go to church, library, and school. That was it. So then I was working. Yes, triangle life. So then I was working, and I was going to church, school, and work and home. That was it. So he said, I'll come to JCI Ibadan now, this and that. I was like, okay, let me just see what you people are doing there. But I know as of that time, I needed to get out more because I was always indoors. Aside work and school, I needed to get out more and church. So I went to JCI Ibadan meeting that Sunday, and first of all, I felt underdressed. I just want one simple gown and I think sandals, and I was like, they did not tell me that it's like a serious issue we came to do. I would have dressed better. I have better clothes at home. You know, everybody came looking pink. People that were wearing native, they looked good. People wearing English, they looked like they were going to the office, and I was like, so I was a little shy. So I just sat in one corner and I was watching. And after the meeting, then Senator Wale Bakare was the president. So he said, okay, do you want to join? We have induction next month. And I was like, hello, slow down. I just came to see what was going on, and I'm sorry, I don't think I'll be joining. And I was like, no, you should join and all. And I was like, okay, let me see what I can do. And he kept pestering me, and interestingly, myself and the other guy that came, we were two from UI that came that day, and the other guy said, I'm going to join next month. I was like, I'm not joining you. There's nothing I want to do. I'm not joining you. I'm not stepping out of my comfort zone. And long story short, President Wale Bakare stayed on my case, and I finally joined. And unfortunately, that guy did not join that year.
Hey.
But he joined like 2 years later. Yes, so they are jackpot now anyway. Okay, so I joined, and what actually attracted the first project I attended after I joined was the Access to Quality Health project. And I was like, wow, this is a way to give back to the society. I remember that we renovated primary health care center at Songo. Okay. That was the healthcare center we renovated that year, and I saw people like, I keep mentioning him, people like President Wale pick up brush to paint the wall, and I saw people like, we were all involved in ensuring that PHC looks really good at the end of the day. And on the day we commissioned it, I was so proud that, okay, I'm actually a part of this again. So that was what actually drew me to the organization, the fact that you can give back to the society. Don't just sit down in one place and be doing local champion. Give back, yes. So that was what drew me to the organization.
Why did you remain? Because of your husband, we are going to just go straight with that.
Okay, so why did I remain in JCI Ibadan? First of all, I met so many people. I met lovely people. I met amazing people. I also brought people into the organization. I remember then there were not so many ladies. There were ladies, yeah, but there were not so many ladies. And we had like I won't say a clique, but now that you guys are always saying single, we had a single ladies corner that we used to see it. Yes.
Wow. So there was a single ladies corner.
Yes. Somewhere at the extreme right then at Premier, and I met a lot of people. I brought people in. I just felt, this is a nice place to be in. And I remember President Wale said something to me that year, and he said, see, there's something Yoruba people say, apologies to those who don't speak Yoruba, that enitaba banoja la manwo aokin wari woja. Because trust me, and that was how he said, trust me, there are people in this organization that will piss you off, people that will say things that will get on your nerves. But if you know what you came to do and why you are here, you would focus. Mm-hmm. So that was what kept me going for a long time, because there was a time that I heard some things, there's bound to be drama. Normal. There's bound to be drama. And I was like, it's not you people's fault. It's because I know what I came to do here, and we just get over it. And also, although at a point, I think after I got married and I had my baby, I just got tired. Combining motherhood, then before I had my child, I was just a wife and a mother. So I was just a wife rather with my job. So it wasn't so difficult. I was still combining the two. But by the time I got pregnant and had my child, I was just overwhelmed. I was exhausted, and I said, let JCI stay in one place. I will continue later, but like you now said, thankfully, I have a husband that is also a member of JCI Ibadan, and he can say, I know it's not because you had the baby that you now stop coming to that. You now stop coming to the organization. So, I started going. I will carry my baby, and interestingly, JCI Ibadan members, it's like we always say, it's a family. You get, so I had members that will come. Oh, your baby is so beautiful, and collect my baby. Throw the GA. I may not even see her. She's being passed from one person to another, and at least I'm relieved for that period. So I think the fact that we have a community, we have a family, and I also know what I came to do in the organization. That's why I'm still in the organization, and I feel like whatever is worth doing at all, is worth doing well. So
can I make a confession?
Yeah.
The year I joined, and when I saw you, I was a bit quiet when I first joined.
Yeah.
The perception
Are you really quiet?
I was a bit.
That could be quiet. It could be.
I can be very quiet too, if you want. If I know my lane. So I was observing, and I have to confess, I've not said this before. I'll say this now. I thought you were proud. Because
I always give off that vibe.
You gave that vibe that I thought you were proud. I was like, this when I heard that you are into no wonder.
No, actually, I think I always give off that vibe right from my secondary school days because I like to keep to myself, and I used to be very shy, like extremely shy. So, and I don't like anybody, especially when you greet people and they just snub you. I don't like any unnecessary problem, and I have this resting beach face, kind of like I'm not here for this thing. Yeah, I'm not here for play. So people tend to see that it's like this one is very proud. I'm not proud though.
Yeah,
what do I have that I'll be proud of?
To be honest,
I'll be proud for rather. So I'm very playful, but especially when you get to know me.
Yeah, and that's my testimony though.
Yeah. So, Madam President, we are seeing the month of March.
Yes.
We are celebrating the International Women's, or let me say the International Women's Month.
Yes. March is dedicated to women.
And historically, for JCI Ibadan, you coming up as the president, it's very, very significant for us. We've been 58 years now, and actually the third female president.
In 58 years?
President we have in JCI Ibadan. When you are coming up to at least when you are already the EVP, you are coming on board as a president. So how are you feeling? Because I think to me it's something very, very significant when you are mentioning, okay, we've had a lot of presidents, but by the time you start mentioning female president in JCI Ibadan,
number 3,
number 1, number 2, number 3, that's like a whole lot. So how do you feel?
I feel good. And I feel like I'm doing something well. I feel like I'm doing something right. I feel like I'm contributing my quota. Because trust me, I never even had a JCI career. Like I said, people join for different reasons. Yeah. Some people join for the jollof. Yeah. Some people join for the trainings, like Toyosi. Some people join for the trainings. Some people join for personal development. Some people join for the networking to help their business. But I joined because I just wanted to give back to the community. And that was it. Participate in projects. Hardly would you see any projects that we're executing and I would not be there. That was my own forte. That was why I wanted to join JCI. But there's always this thing that, okay, when you're called, JCI is a leadership organization. So when you're called to lead, I think you should be able to, so for people to even see me worthy, to tell me that, okay, why not run? Why not? And I'm like, initially I felt a little, no, that's not why I'm here kind of vibe. But I think it's a testament to the fact that I've also been doing well. Because like I said earlier, when you said what soap am I using, I said there's no soap. And the fact that I can actually have people I can call on and they would answer, I feel like it's because maybe I did something right, and I feel like I've contributed properly to the organization. Because being a leader doesn't necessarily mean that you can command respect or you can get people to work with you. Sometimes I'm so happy and I'm like, okay, these people, you're not paying them. No, we don't pay people in JCI, and that's one of that's a challenge for some people. You don't pay people, and you people are not paying me for this. Why are you stressing my life? And you're calling advantage. Please, the newsletter must be ready this month. It must be ready before Kinika. You're like, if advantage is the kind of person that feels, Madam President, you're not paying me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. The fact that I feel like probably we have a lot of passionate members, and we are doing something right. Yes. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah. That's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Madam President.
Yeah.
I always know that it is not about the gender.
Yes.
It is about the agenda. But I will also. I'm glad that you are my gender.
Aww.
And when my gender is doing amazingly well, I'm all out. I just want to celebrate, because when you see my gender, it is just not all of us understood probably the assignments, as it were. So I just want to ask that how have you been? Like, you've been our president and you've been doing well. I know it's not getting to your head, it's staying in your heart.
Okay, it's not getting to my head.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know that it's actually staying in your heart.
Yeah.
And that's why we are seeing it being progressive. So how are you juggling like work, like you mentioned, and you are still seeing the result. What's the secret? He said the soap, come and cut it. We also want to learn because we know that one day, do you understand?
Yeah.
So what are you doing? And when we are saying results, it's something that's born in the secret place. So that we really want you to share with us.
Okay, trust me, it's not beans. It's not easy. Sometimes I look at myself and I wonder who sent me work. No, seriously, in these 3 months, and I'm like, who sent me work? Like, what did I get myself into? And fortunately, my husband is a past president, and there's something he used to say even before I became president, that nothing prepares you for being president as much as being president. You will understand it when you get there. And I'm like, it's not that deep now. Shebi is JCI presidency, Abi. JCI Ibadan presidency, not JCI Nigeria. These 3 months, I've seen shege. But it's fulfilling. There was a day I was complaining. I was with my parents. My husband was there. My sister was there. And my husband said something. I think we had to go somewhere. And I was like, I did not plan it before. My mommy said, when they were putting chain on your neck in October and you wore fine dress, you did not know that it's time for you to show up. And I was like, well, that's true. It's been a lot, really. I have a very demanding career. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm active in church. Then JCI. Sometimes I tell people like Deda that it's like, you're a weapon fashioned against me. And you people always behave as if I don't have any other thing doing aside JCI. If I drop my phone and I pick it up in 10 minutes and I see 200 messages, 200 messages, say from 10 people, 8 of them are from JCI. And I'm like, oh my God. And I have to respond. I have to show up. It's not been easy. But like I said earlier, I believe that has been my mantra for a long time. Whatever is worth doing at all is worth doing well. Nobody forced me to run. Nobody forced me to take up the mantle of leadership. So whatever it is I'm doing, I have to make sure I'm doing fine. It might not be convenient, it might not be comfortable, but I'm making it. Although at a point I noticed that some parts were slacking, and I had to call myself. I know January I was pushing myself. We have to do this. I was micromanaging. But I literally relaxed and I said, see, I have capable hands now. Advantage is an example. Data is an example. Like, although some people like to stress me, people like my treasurer, they like to stress me. But I'm like, see,
they're not stressing you, they're stretching you.
Yeah. No, not stressing. See, Happy and I were friends before I became, we were friends.
Okay.
So before I became president, there are times that me and Happy were fought very well this year, but people don't know. Because we don't bring it to the public, sure you get. And at the point I'm like, Happy, it's not your fault. Now still finish. If it was another person that is telling you as president to do this, will you question the person? But I realized that it's all to ensure that the organization runs smoothly. You get. So I think the fact that I've also been able to lean back and rely on people, it has helped me to strike a balance. Take for example, day before yesterday. Yes, it was day before yesterday. On Tuesday. Yeah, that's day before yesterday, right? I was at a work event. My phone was on silence, but I was checking at intervals because I know JCI messages will keep coming in. And Pastor President Wale Bakari sent me a message and needed me to do something. And I was like, hi, I'm at a work event. I'm not with my laptop, but I know somebody. I can get people that can do it. The first person that came to my mind was DPRP Malik, and I was like, Malik may not be reachable, but let me drop a message for him. I dropped a message for him, and I dropped a message for Fisayo. And Fisayo said, Madam President, I'm at work, but we'll try and do it. You get. So, interestingly, Malik responded and sent what I asked for even before Fisayo responded. So Fisayo was asking for an update. That, okay, what else do you need me to add? What else do you need me to add? And I was like, don't worry, thank you very much. Malik has responded. You get, so the fact that you have people you can call on, you have people that you can say, see, because I can't do it on my own.
Yeah.
I will just collapse.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Jesus Christ.
It's
Even
a lot.
Jesus did not do it.
Exactly. Jesus had 12 disciples.
Madam President, I think on that, I'll just go from here. But before I go to the next question, I'd like to say, Dida, you can testify to this.
Okay.
If we are saying we want to give an award to the person that can tag you, we are talking about tagging. Madam President can tag you.
She will show you
properly. Like, I just tag you. Tag you say you no see am. Anytime I come, like, I don't see that box. They don't tag you. There are some messages. There are some messages like, oh, okay, you have been on the board before, and when the president drops some messages, you feel like, I'll just act like I don't know. But then when I don't tag you, you don't get option. You don't get. Madam President can tag. So that's what I like that. So Madam President, I wanted to ask us. I know for every president, when you are coming on board, the first assignment that you need to do is to come up with your team.
Yeah.
So this is about who is going to be in charge of this, who is going to be in charge of this. I want to have my board member. So I want to ask, what was the experience like for you? Because we have when we are talking about capable members, an average JCI Ibadan member is a capable person. Like, you can do a whole lot. You understand? But then the politics aspect is still part of it. Like there are some people like, this person have to be there so that people will not think that because you don't do this for me.
And there's also the factor of the gender balance. Also, you have to put.
There should always be gender balance.
Yeah. And there are some people that will say, because this person is close to this person, and I don't want the other person to feel annoyed. Okay, let me. So how did you manage to come up with this wonderful thing?
Okay, so first off, there's this saying that too many cooks spoil the broth. I tried as much as possible to limit the number of people that I told, okay, who do you think should be on the board? I think I didn't. I only informed, say, about 3 people or 4, yes. And after I came up with the list, I showed, I think, 3 past presidents that, okay, this is my board list. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? So, really, picking the team was more about putting round pegs in round holes. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So when I look at DPRP, I was like, okay, who can do a fantastic job of DPRP? And I felt Malik is actually is a tech bro. Malik is resourceful. He can do this. You get, okay, let me put Malik there. And there are some people that I was considering for something else, but for people like Deda had always been Deda will be my director of membership services,
which I rejected at first.
Yes, Deda initially, and I said, you don't have a choice, Deda. You will do. Like I said, it was about putting round pegs in round hole. Yes, some people might have think that maybe I goofed with some of my, but there were things that I saw that were not open to others. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. As I'm looking at your cap now, I can see that there are 2 red lines in front. The person sitting behind you will not see the 2 red lines, but I'm only seeing the 2 red lines. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So there were some things I saw in some people that I felt, okay, this is the reason that I want this person for this. And like I said, there were also some people I was considering for something else. Take, for example, I was considering you for director of projects because I feel like you have that energy, you have that how do I put it, you have that vibe, you have that drive that you can push people to work on projects. But like I said, I showed it to a couple of people and they were like, we all know Advantage is capable to do this. Why not put him somewhere else where you want to see if he would also shine? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, let's not just fix this person into a box of, okay, we know that if we need somebody, this is what he's used to. Let's look at him. Let's see if he can work somewhere else. You get what I'm trying to say? And to be honest, he's been doing fantastic. If somebody had told me to consider Advantage for editor-in-chief, I say editor-in-chief. Advantage, right? We need him somewhere that he can be seen. Exactly. Like where people can see him. But trust me, he's been doing fantastic. And almost everybody on my board, if not all, on the board, on 2025 board, I know we can all testify to that. Have been doing amazingly well. Even people that we did not expect that they would do well. They have been doing amazingly
the energy is
well.
so high.
Yeah,
Yes.
the energy is high. There's this question that is on my, like we say in JCI, not like we say, this is what happened in JCI. We don't pay people in JCI. But when somebody messes up, how do you scold the person? How do you bring the person? How do you make the person accountable for what the person has done?
Okay.
You know, and what is your own strategy? Oh, this person is not doing what he's meant to do, and you can't arrest the person. You can't.
Sure.
So, what strategy do you put in place? Because it's also a question of leadership. So, one thing I've learned about JCI is if you can get people that are not paying to do something, it will be easier when you start paying them, and when you get to your place of work, and you're even paying these people. You get the strategies you use in JCI, use it in your place of work. It works perfectly. I can testify to that. But when at work, you can give person query.
Yeah, exactly.
You can suspend the
talk
person.
to
You can
yeah.
do this. You know, in JCI, how do you scold someone that is not doing?
Well, I think relationship comes to play in that kind of situation. Take for example, I mentioned earlier that Happy was chasing me earlier this year, and I called Happy. We had a conversation. You get, like, see, this is how I see it. And he's telling me, Madam President, this is how I'm seeing it. And, you know, we had to come to an agreement. But, you know, it's not everybody that you can call and say, guy, you messed up. Or, guy, I don't like this thing you are doing. You get. So, it's a two-way thing. Like I said, in January, I was micromanaging a lot. I was doing a lot of poking my nose into, before I decided to relax.
Yeah.
So, the first one is, that training that Toyosi keeps mentioning, the art of persuasion, by JCI Adedapo, but it helped me because I remember asking her that, you know, there's the first time I went through that training, I asked a question. I was like, how do you get people to just do what you want them to do? Like, there's some coconut heads that, I'm sorry to use that word, there's some coconut heads that no matter what you say, they will not answer you. And she said something. She said that coconut head responds to somebody. That coconut head has somebody that he or she listens to, and I've tried as much as possible to leverage on that this year. I know that there was I had a board member that was chasing me. That was, you know, when you give this person assignments, it's just been messed up, and I'm like, me too, they not pay me, and I'm doing, it's not rocket science now, it's not difficult. So I called someone that I know that this person respects a lot and responds, and I'm like, so person is messing up. And if I talk, I might be very emotional when I'm talking to the person. First of all, we don't have that kind of one-on-one relationship. Like, okay, I can call you and say, I don't like what you're doing and all. Then two, I might get a little emotional when talking, and it's be like, kilo day, and you may want to turn into something else. So what I just do is, I call people that I know that they respond to, and I tell them, please help me talk to this person. Let this person do this, let this person do this, let this person do this. And I think so far that has been working. Because sometimes, I even do it at work, so although I've stopped it, is, if you know this saying of if you want something done properly, you do it by yourself. Yeah, sometimes I used to do that in the past, like, okay, if this person is not responding, well, I will do it myself and not waste time. But I've realized that there's no how. You would always get through to people. You just need to find that their mumu button, so to say. Just find their password and make use of it. It will help.
Madam President with the passwords.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, and and it's not 100%. But
Madam President, I think so far, say from 2022 till now, we've been having a lot of different directions in the organization, and one of it is the diaspora member. We've had a lot of, let me say, our active member have moved out of the country.
Yeah.
So, and I can say categorically that this year they've been very impactful. Yes, they've been very, very impactful in terms of even paying their dues. When you check the name of the financial member, and you see people dropping dollars. Like, these are not people that are even like part of us physically. You know, they've not, the meetings I've been attending have been virtual. Do you understand? And it's something that I really find very interesting as well. We are taking our virtual meeting very seriously now. People join virtually and they're active.
No, our hybrid meetings.
Hybrid meetings.
Yes, hybrid meetings.
So from the beginning till the end, they are there. They are contributing financially, you know, a whole lot of things. So I don't know, Madam President, how have you been? Do you have someone specifically that you say, okay, oh yeah, talk to these people, or because they are your people? let me use that word.
Well.
There are some, most of them that, okay, maybe you join JCI Ibadan together and they feel like, Olajumoke is now the president, we have to support that.
Person without.
So is it like this is what we are having, and maybe subsequently after the president that will be coming next will not have that support? So what is it really like with the diaspora member?
Okay, so I think first of all is you need to listen. Because most of these diaspora members are very passionate about the organization.
Yeah.
They are very passionate, they have energy. It was Nigeria that decided to let them go, so to say, you get. So it's just a matter of keeping up with that passion. And like I said, listen. They always, even for members, even for resident members that are here, you have something that is on your mind, that you would have a suggestion for how we do things better, right? So it's a matter of listening to them and letting them know that, okay, we can do this, and this one, we're sorry, it may not work. Over time, I've been hearing that complaints of diaspora members complaining that our hybrid meetings are not working, they are not fully hybrid, we don't have people who monitor sound, we don't have people, sometimes the sound will go off online and nobody would even pay attention. Yeah. So I know towards the end of last year, I took it upon myself, as I'm sitting beside the president, I'm joining Zoom as well, and I have my earbuds, I'm seeing what is happening online, and I'm telling Pressy, okay, this person has joined, I recognize this person, you get. And I also tried as much as possible to do that this year. If you notice, at every GA this year, I've always had my laptop in front of me. Yeah. Yes, so that is because as much as I know that I have capable hands checking what is happening online, I'm also checking myself. I'm also seeing that initially I know I gave my EVP that assignment. The EVP is you that I want you to be checking people that are joining online and all. But sometimes I also get carried away. You know, it can't be as easy. Sometimes I get carried away. Sometimes it gets carried away. But I know that Director of Alumni and Diaspora Relations, JCI Ambassador Smith Faculty, has also been helpful. I know sometimes during the last GA, I think. Nothing went off. I think they were raising some points online, but because I was concentrating on what was happening physically, he sent me a WhatsApp message. I said, Madam President, check the Zoom inbox, and I was like, oh, thank you very much. I lost track of that. You understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So it's a matter of listening, and also I'm not trying to just be, I don't know, I can't remember the English I want to use now, but I must give it up for the DIO. I must give it up for Laolu and for Malik.
Thank you so much.
I must give it, you see now that we're not roasting him because he's single. I must give it up for Laolu and Malik. They've been fantastic.
They are great guys.
And also Williams and there's one other person on that tech bro team. They've been doing well. They've been doing well to make sure that, okay, these diaspora people, they must also
well.
Yes, we serve them well, because it's not only when we need money that we have to reach out to them.
Exactly.
And that has been part of their grouses for a while, that okay, it's only when you people need money they will still give you, because they are passionate about the organization. So I think the best thing, the thing that's working is to listen to them and let them know that, okay, and also keep them involved in the activities happening in the organization.
All right, now let's get to the fun part. What was the most embarrassing moment? You've been in JCI Ibadan, JCI how many years now?
2016. I didn't join during collegiate, and it pained me. I should have joined as a collegiate.
2016, that was you'll be a decade next year.
Yeah.
I have a long way to go. But most embarrassing, you can't say you don't have any embarrassment.
I always find it difficult to remember embarrassing moments, really, because I try as much as possible to forget them as soon as they happen. Because I can be an overthinker. Okay. So as much as I keep thinking about it, I'll keep feeling bad. So I try as much as possible to forget. I've been thinking about it. Okay. Do you have any embarrassing moments?
Think well, there must be one.
I think,
9 years. There must be one embarrassing or one experience.
Oh yes, yes, I remember one, and I know my husband may shoot me for this when he sees it, but we say it. Okay, so we had Labs, I'm sorry.
Labs, I'm also sorry.
Labs, we are sorry.
We are sorry on behalf of Madam President.
Labs, we are sorry.
Because it's always harassing me that I talk too much. Okay, so it was the year was, we got married 2018, right? I think the year was 2017. We went for a training retreat in Abeokuta. So then I think we've brought it back. Then we used to have dinner on the last day of training retreats. So we had this dinner. Everybody was black tie. Everybody looked good. I remember I wore a long black dress, and people were putting on suits and tie and a bow tie and everything. And our relationship was still new then. Okay, you may not know, you are not joined them.
Why?
Our relationship was still new then. I think we started. It wasn't relatively. It was training retreat is usually August, right?
Yeah,
so we started dating February that year.
Okay.
So we went for a training retreat. Say that I used to be on food committee, so I was on food committee, 7 people, and I hardly sat down during that training retreat. They turned off the lights after dinner, and people were dancing and all. All of a sudden, I just saw this girl from nowhere. I don't know who brought her. I can remember who brought her, but you understand what I'm trying to say. I don't mean and I saw her grinding lousy. I was like, hello. I was like, hello. Who is this one? Hey, this one, that one. This one now, who is this girl and all? And he stood up and was like, excuse me and all. So I felt a little embarrassed because people were now saying, no, it's not like that. And I was like, oh my God. And people were the way JCI people can make things feel now. And they're like, no. It's not like that. It's not like that. This one, that one. And I was like, oh, please, you people just don't leave me alone. I did not like that. Then I think there was another one. Well, I won't say this one is much of an embarrassing moment. I would say something, maybe a funny moment. It was during one of the GAs then we were still at Premier, and Ademide started crawling at that time, and we had a trainer, a guest speaker, big person. I can't remember who this person was speaking, and Ademide crawled to the front and entered inside his agbada during meeting, and I was like, oh my God, like I was like, oh God. And the man was like, oh no, it's so big, it's so bad. I was like, God, this is why I say I'm not coming to JCI with a baby. But I think that's just about it.
Ekodu, we are coming. Akure, we are coming. JCI Ibadan is full force.
We full force.
Yeah, represent all the way, and that's the spirit. And one of the things that we are also encouraging JCI Ibadan members to do this year is to attend, conferences. And we are going away from Ibadan. We are going to, national should expect us. We are representing all the
we should be expecting about 30-35 members.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Don't worry about that.
Deadline is in how many days?
No.
Okay, I can trust you people. I can trust you people that will show up at Ekodu.
We'll show up.
Thank you. So, JCI Eko, you have heard we're coming. JCI Akure, you have heard we're coming. See you in April and in October. Respectively. Thank you very much.
Also go to the north. All right. Thank you for watching this podcast, and this is the first of its kind in JCI Ibadan, and we plan to continue. For us to continue, you have to support us. You have to, partner with us, and that's why I want to say special thanks to Sebs Up once again for accommodating us. This is the venue we're using is from Sebs Up. It's a co-working space, beautiful space, very serene environment, and also MA Shawarma, where you can buy whatever you want to eat, whatever you want to drink at their lounge, the open bar. Also, Gary Max. And if you're not interested in shawarma, you can drink Gary. Gary Max is one of the best Gary that you can ever take, and it's produced by Cassava Vas. So you can also check details in the description. You can also check the details to contact if you want to get Gary Max. So that will be all for the first episode of this podcast. Special thanks to Madam President. Thank you for being our special guest.
Thank you.
JCIN
Thank you for having me.
Olansile, Olanrewaju, thank you. And JC Toyosi Olawale.
Good to be here. Thank you.
All right. Till next time. My name is JC Adedapo Akinola. Call me Data. Peace.
Are you a young, passionate leader looking to grow, connect, and create a real impact? Then JCI Ibadan is the place for you. Join a global network of young, active citizens where leadership meets opportunity and networking leads to action. Develop your skills, expand your influence, and drive positive change in your community. Be the change. Join JCI Ibadan today. Follow us on all social media platforms at JCI Ibadan. JCI Ibadan. Lead, connect, impact.